Thank you so much for tuning in today. You're listening to The Daily, and I'm your host, Amy Carlin. It's always so fun to watch children at Christmas. The excitement and the joy they feel bubbles over in many different ways. I remember as a child being unable to sleep on Christmas Eve. I remember the mounting anticipation, waiting for the moment when we could finally open our presents, the presents that had been so carefully chosen just for us. Every gift under the tree was perfect, with crisp creases and artful bows, but I couldn't wait to see what Santa would bring, because those were always the biggest and the best gifts. In my house, he left our presents unwrapped under the tree with a big bow on top, and he filled our stockings with smaller gifts. My brother and I both always woke up early with anticipation on Christmas morning. He would come find me around 4 or 5 o'clock, and after I'd dressed my doll in her Christmas clothes, we'd sneak into the living room. Our dad had mandated that we were not allowed to get him up until 7 at the earliest, so we gazed with longing at our presents. But we could still admire the gifts that Santa had left, and we would carefully unpack our stockings, explaining over the wonderful toys and treats. We were always careful to repack the stockings in the same order we had unloaded them, lest we raise our parents' suspicion. I remember, though, roughly when I stopped waking up early with anticipation. A little of the magic left when I became a teenager. Gifts didn't seem to matter as much. I started to be more excited about what I was giving than about what I was receiving. I wanted to see if I had picked something the recipient would love. I wanted to watch their faces as they opened their presents more than I wanted to open my own. As adults, we tend to say that the true spirit of Christmas isn't about getting, but it's about giving. And there certainly is truth to that. There is a feeling of peace and joy that comes from sharing. But I think that the spirit of receiving is an essential part of the true spirit of Christmas. What about receiving the gift of a Savior? What about receiving and accepting Christ's atonement? What about receiving His image in our countenance? What about receiving the love of the Father and of the Son and reminding others that they too can receive this love? Let's humble ourselves so that we can receive the gift that is our Redeemer, Jesus Christ, this Christmas season. Let's remember the plan of redemption, the plan of happiness. Thank you again for listening today. The Daily is brought to you by The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.